Hey and welcome to Acodemy. In this freeCodeCamp tutorial, we're gonna learn about regular expressions, positive and negative lookahead. Now this concept is a little bit harder to grasp, but it's not impossible, of course. So let's do our best and explain it. So lookaheads are patterns that will tell JavaScript to look ahead in your string to check further along. And this can be useful if you want to search for multiple patterns over the same string. There are two kinds of lookahead. There are the positives and then there's the negative ones. So the positive lookahead will look ahead and see if the search pattern is there, but it won't actually match it. So this is how it will look like: question mark equals and then three dots. Those three dots is of course where you'll put your regex. On the other hand, the negative lookahead would look like this: question mark followed by exclamation point and then the expressions that you want to match. Also notice that they're in the round brackets. So now let's look at some samples to see where it could be used at. For example, over here, let quit be Q and then not quit be QT. If we're gonna look ahead and search for U, and then if you're gonna look ahead and not find the U, we're gonna match those. We're gonna get the Q. Because we have Q over here, we're not gonna actually match the U, just look for it, this function will make more sense in the next exercise, of course. And then this regex will also return the Q because this is all we have over here. Now here is a more practical example. You can search for two or more patterns in a string. For example, let's use the lookaheads to see if the user entered his password, to see if the user entered a relatively strong password. Let's say that the password should be between 3 and 6 characters and at least one number. So here is an example password, ABC123, and then in round brackets we're gonna put our lookaheads, which are question mark equals then all the alphanumeric characters as you can remember, and then they must be between 3 and 6 characters. Then we're gonna look ahead again and get all the non-digits that can be one or more, and of course then we should have at least one digit at the end, and this will return true. Now in the exercise we must use again lookaheads to match passwords that are greater than 5 characters long and have 2 consecutive digits. So we can simply copy paste from over here, and then let's change the regex. Now, as you know, you want to search for alphanumeric characters that are at least 5 characters long. So we're gonna put 5, but we don't have an upper limit. So in this case, we're just gonna remove the 6, and as we know, we can leave this blank to leave it infinite, to leave an infinite password, which might not be recommended, but you know, infinite password means infinite security, right? And infinite time to remember it, and infinite time, but let's forget about that. Okay, then we're gonna search again, look ahead, for all the non-digit characters, followed by asterisk, which will tell us that there should be at least one or more. And after this, we're gonna have the digits, of course, and as you remember, we can specify how many digits we want. So in this case, for a weird reason, I mean, just for example, just for the exercise, we're gonna put just 2 consecutive digits. So in curly brackets, we're gonna put 2. And that's all. Now let's test the code. And it's alive. It's alive. No, let's make it more Frankenstein. It's alive. It's alive. That was a bad impression, but hopefully you learned this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.